podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Matt GPT and the comeback kid, Tanner, over here. It's way better than the head. I think we've really been generous with that.
You like comeback kid better?
It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits well right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll wear thin, though. We also have our show partners. We have Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Or you can go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln, yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
And 10% off.
And 10% off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay.
We have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards and barbecue. Fully customizable. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well. And D&D Beef. Local ranchers here at Omaha, but they ship nationwide. Check them out at dndbeef.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there also. And Omaha Barbell. Just come work out.
Yeah. I've been working out.
Yep.
I heard that you got your first lift session
New year, new you.
since the event. How'd that feel?
Good.
Move a little weight, didn't die. That's
Didn't
pretty
die.
Well, I mean, his neck's been working this whole time, though.
I'll bench Brett already.
Yep.
Day one, I'll bench Brett. We're not going to talk that you tore your pec. We're just going to say that I
It's fine.
outbenched you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. If I was
Like
gonna,
you tore a little pec, I had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah. If
I
it was
mean-
like, hey, if it was like, would you rather tear your pec and bench like 150 or have a heart attack and bench 225? I'd probably go tear my pec.
225.
Well, based on the things you've told me, Matt, you're not far away. His numbers are high.
Minutes.
Well,
minutes.
I mean, honestly, I've had probably close to maybe more than 30 guys tell me, like, face to face that they have went and got numbers checked. Like
And what percentage of those had bad numbers?
Well, it's funny because almost every doctor is like, why are you getting your ApoB checked? Like they're asking for it,
Yeah.
and they're just wondering. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of. This is not to put down your primary care physician because they have to know a lot of different things.
The problem with the primary care is that everybody wants them to be a jack of all trades, and they're
A master of all trades.
Yeah, and they're doing the best they can. That's why I always say they call it practicing medicine.
Do you know what that whole saying?
What?
A jack of all trades and a master of none.
Do you know what the whole saying?
No.
So it turned in that makes it feel like being a jack of all trades is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, look up the saying. You can go ahead and look it up on
talked about
ChatGPT.
it.
It's jack of all trades and a master of none is usually better than a master of one is the saying. Like you should know lots of things. You shouldn't be an expert. You don't need to be. You're usually better off knowing a lot of things. And in problem solving, like having experts around is awesome to ask them questions, but the problem solvers aren't the experts. The problem solvers typically are the people who can pull things from different areas and pull them together. Those are the problem solvers. Experts only expert.
That's why I think a lot of people that are like super, super smart at something, you can't have like normal conversations with because they're just like, don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but the whole like it became a saying to be like not a jack of all trades when the actual saying is to be a jack of all trades. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But like this isn't to bash on primary care physicians at all.
No, and that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
They're just I think people just expect them to know and you see like people probably expect you to know everything about every supplement and everything nutritionally. You know, and I get asked training and then PT questions.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this hurts. Like, and now granted, I've been in this field long enough that have some information I can throw out there, but ultimately I'm going to refer them obviously to like out at core physical therapy. But yeah, they'll ask me and I was like, dude, I don't know all these things. Like,
Why not?
well, I'm a jack of all trades.
So the thing is that I just feel that people need to take personal responsibility for their health. It is ultimately your body. It is ultimately your life.
Choice.
Yeah. Yeah, but like actually makes sense. It's ultimately your body and your life, and you're responsible for it. So you need to ask questions. And if you have a good doctor, they should be able to have a dialogue with you, right? Mm-hmm. I should be able to question something, and they should be able to explain it to me. So just when I had my heart attack, they were trying to give me, they came in and they're like, hey, your blood pressure shot up. So I want to give you this pill. And I said, this blood pressure cuff's been on my fucking elbow for the last 3 times it's gone, and I can't get it to stay up. And I'm like hooked up to all this shit, right? So I was like, just put it up and then run my blood pressure. And it was like 117/72. I was like, I don't need the pill. Like, I don't need my blood pressure lowered. Then they come back in. Steve comes up and we're playing Jenga, and he beats me like fucking 5 times in a row. I'm hooked up to shit, so that's my excuse. And they're like, your heart rate's up. I said, well, this asshole's been here for like an hour. like we've been talking shit, and like he beat me 5 times in Jenga. So, and then my heart rate goes back down. I was like, I don't need the pill. Like, it's fine. Well, then the cardiologist comes in the next day. It's like, hey, this metoprolol, it is for blood pressure and it is for your heart rate, but they've done studies that say that especially in the first month, if you take this, your risk of second event is like lowered by like 40 to 60%. I said, oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. I'll go ahead and take it. Like, that's the reason why he wanted me to have it. But when they presented me the information,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, I'm fine. Just explain. But I don't want my blood pressure, like, because on this, I took my blood pressure the other day, and it was fucking like 95/57. Like, I'm like barely alive. like,
You're gonna fucking pass out.
so, like, I didn't want my blood pressure lowered if it was normal, but you have to ask questions. And if they can have and he wasn't a dick about it at all. He just explained it. And when I told him I wasn't taking certain things like Lipitor, he's okay, it's fine. Like, so like we just moved through it. Some doctors get mad though, and those doctors I have a problem with. Like, if you ask a question and they can't answer you, and they like their ego gets involved and they want to give you either bullshit information or try and like minimize something, then I have a problem with that. You should be able to have a conversation. Like, that's part of your job. Explain why you're doing something, or just say I don't know. Like, it's okay. I don't know, but I will research this and I will let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like when we were talking before about like the the docs, like their ego getting in the way and stuff. And I think like having that conversation, like a doctor who doesn't know right away, but is open to a conversation and open to like, maybe not, I don't want to say learning, but like you can have that. Like my doc she knew about APOB, but she didn't know like some of the research about it. And so I just sent her some articles on it and sent her some other stuff on cholesterol. And she was like, hey, this is really cool. I'm going to look into this stuff. So she started reading more about it and like, was like, hey, this stuff's pretty cool. Like, do you have any more information and stuff? So she was willing to learn and like open her mind to it and stuff. Now she's still like, hey, here's the clinical data that I have access to that shows me this. So I don't know if she's implementing it into her clinic, but I think having that kind of conversation, like you said, where they are open and they're willing to change their minds and they're willing to take in new information, like that's a sign of a really good practitioner.
Well, like the Framington study that went all the way through and basically deemed LDL bad was just, it's not that the study was bad, it's just the analysis of data wasn't great. So the only correlation to heart disease was with LDL cholesterol or total cholesterol was over 300, well over 300. The other problem was that people with natural cholesterol of 150 or less had basically zero risk. So instead of trying to figure out all these normal people in between, they're like, oh, we'll just lower everyone's to 200 and we'll just keep pushing it lower because these 150 people have zero risk. Well, there's other things that happen. Like, not everyone's body's designed to have that low cholesterol. Cholesterol is important for a lot of body function. So artificially lowering it wasn't the idea. But they didn't have all the information. And now that they have more information, but like once with the medical, it's like the guy with the medical field, it's the freaking Titanic. Like once the information's out there, it is impossible to put that genie back in the bottle. It will take decades. Like the study that said that food cholesterol affects blood cholesterol, the guy who did the study within a year said he was wrong. I think it was the study was done either on chickens or rabbits. They have a different digestive system. He figured out it did not affect blood cholesterol in humans. He said I was wrong, and nope, already out there.
It's already hit the press.
And then they did the 7-country study, right? And I air quoted it because there were 22 countries in the study, and he just took the 7 that met what his hypothesis was, and that's the Mediterranean diet is heart healthy, blah, 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 blah. But if you plot the 22 countries that he studied, you couldn't tell a difference between the 7 and the 22. But he just took the 7. But the genie gets out of the bottle, and then once people believe it, It's easier to fool them once than to convince they were like. It's easier to fool a person than to convince a person they were fooled.
Yeah.
So what do they think could changes blood cholesterol most?
It's almost all genetic, and meta-analysis on certain, like I'd read a meta-analysis that people with total cholesterol between 240 and 260 live the longest.
With total cholesterol between there.
Yeah,
But they want it down like in the one.
they want it under 200.
Yeah.
Because people that are naturally 150 or under have zero risk of heart disease, or basically none. Right? But once again, your cholesterol that you guys get is almost never measured. It's almost never measured. It's calculated.
Yeah.
So they don't actually have your number. And their calculations can be way off, especially if you have low ApoB and you have big carriers, your cholesterol will falsely shoot high when it's not.
Yeah.
Like mine was up a little bit this year, but
Now, that's not to say that okay, let me rephrase this just a little bit. Food cholesterol will affect blood cholesterol on a short-term basis.
yeah, because mine shot up a little bit, and I was like, that's probably just from something I ate.
On a short-term basis, right? So, like, and this happened. I meal prepped, but for a cholesterol test, I had meal prepped hamburgers. So I was eating 2 hamburgers twice a day for like a week. Okay, and my cholesterol like shot up. I was like, well. And I did my 24-hour fast. It just is not enough to get out. I said, okay. He started freaking out. I'm like, okay, just let me eat normal. Let me just not prep hamburgers, and I'll just prep chicken. And then it just goes right back down. So it will affect it on a short-term basis. It's not going to affect it on a long-term basis.
But if you chronically eat hamburgers
Then
every day, then like
Yeah,
it is going to have that impact.
so when they talk to you about your diet, it's not that we're going to lower your cholesterol, right?
Yeah.
It's just that you're putting bad shit in your bloodstream all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just there.
So like so then I guess a different way to look at it would be you have to figure out an individual's baseline cholesterol
Yes.
to then figure out what the impact of, because like if your cholesterol is normally like 250 and you eat a bunch of hamburgers and you're like up at 280, right? Then they're like, oh my God, you're so fucking high. We've got to get that 280 down to 200. But really your baseline with big, nice, fluffy carriers could be 250. So you could be fine at 250.
Well, and you could be fine at 280.
You could be fine at 280.
You could be fine at 300.
Yeah.
Because the LDL is not an indicator.
Yeah.
It's not an indicator. Anyone right now, go in your AI of choice and just type in what are the 2 blood tests. What are the 2 blood tests to do to indicate whether I have a risk of heart attack or heart disease? And LDL is not an answer. It's not an answer. Matt's doing it right now, so I hope I'm right.
He's probably telling it what to say.
Yeah. I need you to say that Tanner's wrong. Have you been listening to this conversation?
Yeah. So it's APOB and LPA.
Yeah. I mean, those are the tests. Like I was telling Matt
Well,
before.
They've changed blood pressure numbers over the years too.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be way higher.
Yeah. And so just understand that there are a couple, like blood pressure, like if your blood pressure's high, it could basically make your arteries contract, and that's what a heart attack, and you can have a blockage heart attack, right? So there are different kinds of heart attacks to have. The problem with LPA, like I was telling Matt before, is that there's nothing you can do about it. LPA is completely genetic, and they have no drug to do it. You could do meth every day or eat chicken and broccoli every day, and it doesn't affect it. Lifestyle does not affect it. So they don't talk about it because, and I can just imagine, oh, Brett gets his LPA checked, and the doctor says, oh, yeah, your LPA is bad. So, and Brett's like, oh, what are we going to do? He's like, nothing. You can't do anything. Like, so they're not going to do the test because they don't have an answer for you, right? And they don't want to talk about it because they don't have an answer for you. However, you can do study. You can go and look. They have 2 LPA drugs, one by, oh God, I can't remember, Horizon maybe, that are in stage 2 and stage 3 trials. So in the next year to 2 years, they're going to be out, and people will like what I'm saying now is going to be the mainstream talk within the next few years, because Repatha, the drug I'm on, is a shot, and they're working on making it a pill. That can lower your ApoB by 50 to 60%. And these other drugs can lower your LPA by 80 to 95% in the trials so far. So when they have the drugs available, they will change their protocol. But until that happens, they're not going to. So until that happens, statins can lower your ApoB by like 20%, but it can also screw some other things up. So like they have negative clinical data on statins, but it's the only thing they have. It's also a $1 trillion industry. So chase the money. But they need to have something else available. And they will have those. They're just not out yet.
What's the drug price going to be on these things? Are they going to price it out of this world?
So I don't think it depends. So Repatha. So I didn't think I was going to be able to get prescribed it because insurance companies suck. Just remember that your doctor is not in charge of your prescriptions. Insurance companies are. So your doctor can write you a Repatha prescription, and your insurance company will deny it, unless you have a heart attack, and then you get whatever the fuck you want. So
that's the trick.
Yeah, it's a trick. I had a heart attack, so I could get it. But I was looking, because I was just going to buy it. I was just going to pay for it. And GoodRx had it for like $239, normally like $5.99 or something.
That's for a month?
For a month. But with your heart attack card that I have now, it's $25. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the R&D stuff that takes so long to get some things through. Now I get you want to do clinical trials on that, but have you guys ever watched that Balin Out Loud show? Do you have to with the girl with Tourette's? She's been on Instagram. But she went over to the UK to try this device out that's supposed to stop her, like she could wear it like in a public setting to maybe like calm her tics down.
I thought you said calm her tits down.
No, her tics.
Calm your tits, Karen.
So she goes over and tries this thing out. They let her try it out. And it kind of looks like an Apple Watch, but it does something. You put it on like the nerve in your wrist, and then it kind of like it calmed her down. But it's still not available in the US. And so Amber and I are like, why can't she just like take this thing back?
Yeah.
But it still like has to go through like these trials. I'm like, for a simple device like that, to me, I don't understand what the holdup is. Like, it's literally just a device that's going on to like her wrist. It's not penetrating the skin. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, and it basically runs off an app on the phone that they can change the setting of it. So like all that FDA shit, like I told everyone, I said, nobody trusts the FDA anymore anyway. I thought they all got fucked up after COVID. Nobody cared what they had to say.
Well, that's the thing, is that people don't care. What, like the confidence in the FDA, the CDC, the confidence in science, and the confidence in doctors plummeted during COVID. And honestly, it was all well-deserved because they were wrong. And they were completely wrong over and over and over again. Anyone with a brain would be like, 6 feet makes no sense. Walking in a restaurant, I have to wear a mask. But when you sit down, COVID disappears. Like,
well, yeah.
the shit that they were saying made zero sense. Right. So, yeah, they lost confidence because they were stupid, and they never just said they were wrong. But with that, there are certain things like the EpiPen, right? The epinephrine costs pennies. Okay. Yeah. EpiPens cost a lot, but it was the device. But there are people on YouTube showing you how to make your device. But they didn't have the millions of dollars to go through to get FDA cleared.
Which, even like the epinephrine, right? You're creating an injectable, you know what I mean, with that. But even like this device, like I don't understand how that even has to go through like an FDA.
It's like, that doesn't make sense. It's like certain things you're like,
literally, it's like if Apple could make something on the watch that would do the same thing, they could just like already be here.
Well,
to me, it's no different than your Apple Watch, where it has like it'll tell you your heart rate, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand that. Like,
oh, by the way, the Apple Watch heart rate is like really freaking accurate.
Oh, I know. I told my daddy had AFib.
Yeah.
Yeah. My niece put it on my dad, and like, yeah, he has AFib. Which we knew that, but we didn't know it would pick it up.
Yeah. They're wildly accurate.
Yeah. I just don't understand like the FDA, like the shit that has to go through. And like I said, some of it I think is just a money game.
Yeah.
For them to say, okay, you can pay this much to sell in our country because it's out of the UK. This company that did it. And they even let her take it out and try it like in public to see if it helped her. And it did, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, There's like no, and so Amber and I looked because obviously the show was recorded last year probably, and it still isn't available in the U.S.
Yeah, it just doesn't, like, they don't seem to be consistent, and it always seems to be like this, like money, right? It always seems to
Yeah,
come
I don't know how there's not like a fast track. Like, hey, we have a device that literally does nothing. Like, I don't what like, you know, like aggressively, or you know what I mean. It's not like,
Well, you know what the FDA didn't check is whether wearing Apple Watches are bad for you. They never checked that.
oh, you mean like the constant like,
Yeah.
how they
It's-
used to say that standing close to the microwave would fuck you up.
Well, they're actually he used to, if you did radiation testing in front of a microwave, that used to be a thing. Like there was like people would test for radiation coming out of their microwave, like that, because whether it was sealing or not.
Yeah. Dude, I remember my parents had this old giant microwave, and I just stand there with my, because there was like a counter underneath of it. I just have like my head against it, fucking like looking at something while I was running because I was waiting for my food to get done.
It explains things.
Fucking genius.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, unlocked a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like you said, like, or like cell phones were causing brain cancer, where you can have a cell phone on your wrist all day, and it's like, oh no, it doesn't. It causes
But
wrist cancer.
that's what I'm saying. The FDA didn't check any of that shit. They didn't do cell phone tests to make sure that they're like having something by your ear all the time is okay. So who cares about your watch? Like part of it's like I should be able to choose, you know, but just don't hide information. And
Well, yeah.
they have hidden the FDA and CDC have hidden all kinds of information.
Well, yeah, but like I said, with that thing, that word is invasive. Like if something's non-invasive, like what do they care? What do they have to approve? Like I don't know how she couldn't just leave with it from the UK.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would have.
It just fucking never come back. Be like, you can try it out in public. Be like, later, bitch.
Can I take the charger with me?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, some of that stuff is just, it makes it look more like a money grab.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I tell people all the time, if you think the government really cares about you, you're pretty sorely mistaken.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Yeah, you have to care about yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with health. Like it's the same thing with everything. Like you're ultimately responsible.
Yeah.
And so
And if you have a good doctor, they do care, but like I said, they don't know everything about everything.
just my point is like, what's the second leading cause of death in the United States? It's heart disease. So you clearly don't have a grasp on it.
Right.
Okay.
What's number one?
Cancer. You clearly don't have a grasp on that either. Okay.
That's a weird one too. There's been a lot of money given to cancer research over the year.
You should look up how much the American Cancer Society has gotten since 2020.
It's a pretty insane number.
Billions.
They have giant overheads. A lot of those big ones do.
Billions of dollars. And you don't have
That's always got their back. These healthcare guys.
billions.
Like healthcare, like the nonprofits and a lot of those research orgs, like their overheads just astronomical. Like they're
I mean,
like
because the CEO makes
5 to
like
10,
fucking
10 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Go to actual research.
yeah. Because
I think the Jimmy V Foundation is like 100%. They donate. Like your donation, I think they get money from other places for their overhead, and your donation's 100%.
what's that Tunnel of Towers? They do like 95 cents of every dollar gets donated.
Yep. What was I talking about
I don't know.
before you?
Oh, the American Cancer Society, the money they got.
Oh no! So you know what the number 3 cause of death in the United States is?
Where's suicide at? It's got to be somewhere in there.
Medical error. So like you're also not perfect.
That was suicide now. They say like fucking people commit suicide every 22 seconds. That's got to be knocking some people fucking out of there.
Okay, well maybe not as much as medical.
So do you
error.
think it's not every 22 seconds?
Probably not. I don't know.
Is it 22 seconds or 22 minutes? 22 seconds, isn't it?
$3.5 billion since 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was 4 billion, but yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, and then just remember, always remember, Pfizer's job, right?
Is to make
Drug
money.
company's job is to make money.
For the investors.
Yes, that's their primary concern. So whatever makes them the most money is what they're going to do.
According to the CDC, suicide is number 10.
Really? Is
They
it
have
every?
heart disease number 1, cancer 2,
Oh, okay.
accidents number 3, which includes car crashes, overdoses, falls.
Ask where medical error is number 3.
Strokes are number 4. Chronic lower respiratory disease, number 5. Alzheimer's 6. The diabetes coming in at 7. Kidney disease at 8. and chronic liver disease at 9,
And suicide 10.
and suicide at 10.
So medical error was never in there.
Well, it's under 3, and they have it classified weird. But it says accidents, but it's under medical errors under accidents.
Are you looking at medical error?
Yep. Yeah, gonna have to dig a little bit.
Yeah, they hide it. I went down this fucking rabbit hole with ChatGPT. She hides stuff. She does.
She does.
You have to poke and prod.
Well, I told you mine went all fucking weird for a while, and then I had to re-ask it the questions that day.
Well, yeah, because you were asking it questions that it wouldn't answer you, and then I asked it the same question and it answered me, so I figured you were flagged.
Yeah, I asked it where to find some booze and where to find some ammo, and it couldn't help me.
But
And then I said, why are you being so gay about it? And then it's like, I'm not here to fight with you.
just answer my question
But then it was weird. I deleted that chat and then re-asked the question.
after I asked it. Yeah,
Yeah, and then it was fine. It's like, oh, go here. And I was like,
it was probably because your phone was by my phone. And I was like, oh, we're cleared now.
Dang it. They're like, oh, yeah.
I probably got flagged for being by your phone. Oh, yeah. I told you. I didn't tell my Father Ross reached out and he sent me a little Knights Templar from.
Oh yeah,
From, I think it's Catholic or Catholics.com.
oh yeah. That's what he said. It was like I was actually off a Catholic website.
Yeah, and it was basically just like talking about how it was the greed from France that fucking put him out of commission. Like, yeah,
I listened to a bunch of I've listened to a bunch of podcasts and like documentaries on it, and it's funny. Like, this is the thing about like history is that no one really knows a lot of it.
well, I always tell people history is written by the winners normally.
It is, but then it's also interpretation of data.
Yeah,
Right.
It's kind of written by the winners or who thinks they were winners, and you had to write stuff down, and you had to make sure that what got written down got preserved.
Like oh God, why am I'm totally blanking. Jesus's cloth.
The
shroud.
The shroud.
the Shroud of Torah. What is that called? But the one they're trying to say where you can see the outline of him
Yeah,
on it.
but then like some people like you can't see it. Like the way the imprint is, it's like was it radiation? Was it There's like all kinds of things of why this is there. Like that's another one that's just wild. But the thing about any of those documentaries, so I've listened to a bunch. I listened to a bunch of Knights of Templar stuff that are like, oh, the Knights of Templar were cool, right?
Shroud of Turin.
Yeah. The Knights of Templar are cool. And then you get like a cool version of their story. And then another one is like the Knights of Templar were a bunch of like scamming, money hungry, blah, blah, blah. And then you get this like super like negative. And I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle.
Right.
I'm sure they weren't all great to everybody because even within an organization, there's going to be greed from some of the members of it.
But like the problem is when you see it, like we have this thing, if you see documentary, you assume correct. You assume this is right.
Yeah. Like Amber says, for every documentary, there's another documentary
Yeah.
that challenge it. Like when that, what was it, Forks Not Knives or Spoon, whatever that, what was that one called?
Oh, yes.
Where it was basically like don't eat red meat
Don't eat meat.
or don't eat meat. Yeah. And then
And
there was
that
another one.
documentary was complete bullshit.
Then there was another one that came out later on that challenged the whole thing, and it's just like you can get whatever information you want. Was it Forks Not Knives?
Yeah.
What it was called? Yeah. This was probably 6-7 years ago that came out, wasn't it?
You're lucky I'm not a teenager, but I do have
Oh,
teenagers.
I didn't even think about it. That's like the dumbest shit too.
It
Talk
is.
about some of the dumbest shit around a 6-7.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
might have been longer than that actually.
You want to know something stupid, Matt? Go to Google and Google 6-7. Just Google it and then watch your fucking phone.
So dumb.
It is.
I don't even know what it's supposed to mean.
That's stupid.
Is it supposed to mean like so-so?
No,
It means nothing.
It means
legitimately
literally means nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It came out of a rap song from some like junkie who wrote it about murdering people, and it was just gibberish. And then, but with this generation, you know what this generation's really good at? I mean, they're not good at a lot, but you know what they're really good at?
Making up words?
Making dumb things viral. Like they can make the dumbest shit so viral that it hurts. Like So you know the motion that comes on with 6.7. This.
Yeah.
When you Google it, Google does this on your screen.
Yeah.
It tilts your screen. Like they can make the dumbest shit viral. Like they're good at it.
Yeah. You know, it's also, you talk about that. We were watching this show about a cult last night. And it just talked about how social media and the internet has made it so much easier to start cults because you can just mind control people so much faster and so much easier. And this is a prime example of how they took
Cult of 6'7".
how they took it and just made it, like you said, made it. But it's kind of like by making it viral, you kind of make it cultish.
So the thing is, like, the amount of information that we have access to has made a lot of people smarter,
And a lot of people dumber.
but most people dumber.
You
Like-
imagine what Charles Manson could have done with fucking social media? Dude.
Or who is the guy in Waco?
Oh, David Koresh.
David Koresh,
The Branch Davidians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, those two with fucking social media.
Or Halebop. You know how many more people would have died on Halebop?
Yeah.
All those brand new Nikes just fucking dead. I mean, any of those or some of those like crazy religious leaders.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, they fucking coaxed people into these huge organizations without social media, like word of mouth.
Yeah.
Imagine starting the Branch Davidians Facebook page. Dude, there's no way the government could have stormed that place with tanks. There would have been way more people. Talk about fucking an attack on U.S. soil.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Was that Clinton? Or was that Bush?
That was Clinton, I think.
I've never seen the need for a tank to wipe out a fucking U.S.-based organization.
Well, and then like people are just oh yeah, that's okay. I don't think it is. I don't think tanks.
I thought for sure he was going to escape in like an underground tunnel and come back like he was Jesus because he told everybody he was Jesus. I thought for sure that was going to happen.
That might have been the plan.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Branch Davidian stuff, I'm not saying they weren't a cult. I'm just saying that, I don't know, like bringing a tank through the building is probably not necessary. Like, and I'm not joking, like a literal army tank was there.
yeah.
After they came in first and shot all their dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Manson, I mean, he just eventually got caught after they killed that chick in Hollywood, wasn't it?
Manson was psycho.
Oh, 100%. But didn't they kind of catch him up the same way they caught the mob? Because didn't Manson not ever kill anybody? He made them do it, didn't he?
I don't really know that much about Manson.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if he killed anybody or if he had them do it. But then that's when they changed those laws back in the day with the mob because they could never get the bosses because they didn't do it. But then they changed that law where if you orchestrated it, you were just as guilty as the person that did it.
That's one thing that like I am just not like into serial killers.
I like mafia stuff though. The mob is very interesting. If you've never watched any documentaries or read stuff about the mob, it was very.
I always wanted to be like the driver for the number 2 guy.
Really?
Yeah. Because like you're close enough, like you get to see all the shit, you're involved, but like you're still number 2. So you're not number 1.
You're probably not going to get killed.
Yeah, I'm hopefully not like on there, but I'm also just a driver. But like,
well, but I mean, if you really look back at the old mob, it was very you weren't gonna just get killed. I mean, because it was very organized. Like they would have a meeting of the 5 before anybody got killed. Like let's say like we were like 3 of the 5 families. You would have like a sit down, and I would be like, "Hey, Tanner, some of your guys have been in my area doing this and that," and then they were supposed to take care of it. And then if it didn't get taken care of, then you could have another meeting and orchestrate the hit on that person, basically. Yeah. But no boss was ever supposed to be able to be killed without the approval of the other.
Yeah.
And you had to fuck up, but that's where John Gotti messed up and he killed that dude without the approval. So
you've been down a mafia rabbit hole.
I still think being the driver is the way to go.
No way, man. You're too smart. You would be an earner. Like you'd be way up there. You wouldn't be a worker. You'd be an earner. You'd be like up high. Yeah. You'd probably be like a capo.
Get whacked.
You'd probably be a capo.
You'd be at the wrong level. You'd be like just
no. The workers usually
like just high enough to be important, right. But like low enough to be whacked.
We got to take someone out. This fucking kid over here.
I mean, dude, there was one where it was
like he's too smart to leave around.
Some kid like he was like a worker and he put his hands on like one of the bosses, and so he knew he fucked up and like he like wouldn't leave his apartment. So a couple of his friends that were still in the organization went over there like they were friends and asked him to grab like something to drink out of the fridge, and they shot him and left him dead in the fridge because he put hands on the boss. But yeah, it wasn't just random. Like people have this thing about the mob. It wasn't like gangs, dude. Like it wasn't like random killings. They were usually like,
Yeah.
those people knew they were going to be killed. Like they fucking knew. They were more worried about like the cops, but even then they had most of the cops bankrolled. And that's where gangs. If the mob was heavy like it used to be, I think they would roll like they would eat them gangs up because the gangs are too much loose. They're loose cannons, dude. Yeah.
I think gangs are more like the big ones. I think are more sophisticated than their title gives them credit.
Well, the Bloods and the Crips kind of fell apart, but I think you get into like some of those like ones in Chicago too are pretty well.
Yeah, but you get like some legit gangs, especially when you get some of the South American gangs that have come up and like reached out into the U.S.
Well, the problem is they don't have any kind of rules or any loyalty to anybody. Like
they don't have that same kind of loyalty, but they're fucking sophisticated machines.
Yeah, the ways they like decide, like they figure out how to move product and stuff like that is pretty sophisticated. But they will kill the person next to them without like any fucking qualms about it. Like,
oh, I did just see that fentanyl overdoses have plummeted since the beginning of the year.
After started blowing up them drug boats.
Yeah.
I fucking love that press conference. We're like, are you sure there was drugs on it? Well, the cocaine floating in the ocean was a pretty good indicator. But then they had a strike last night on Venezuela, so.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, that seems no good.
Are we just going to take over them and take their oil?
It's a bigger play than just drugs. Like it's got to be bigger than that. There's no way we did all that just for the old war on drugs.
Yeah.
But it also seems like almost declaring war on a sovereign nation.
Oh, but without congressional approval.
Yeah.
Oh, but if anyone bitches about this, all I want to say is fuck off because you didn't bitch about it for everyone else. I've been bitching about it for everybody. So I can bitch. Okay? Like, you're supposed to have
Obama
congressional...
just did a few drone strikes on some U.S. citizens.
Droner in chief did the most drone kills of anybody, of everyone combined.
That happens, okay?
Yeah. Fucking every president since Reagan, Clinton, they've all done it. And we've all let them do it. So if you didn't bitch about it then, you should just shut the fuck up. You should sit this one out. But for those of us who have bitched about it the entire time, we'll go ahead and just bitch about it.
I mean, I played some Risk and Command and Conquer. I'm down for it.
Did you guys ever play Stratego? Was I the only person that played Stratego?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. We were more Axis and Allies.
I thought Stratego was fun because it's like anyone can play it. Like you don't. Some of those games you have to like. You can't play with what
PhD and 100 people.
Was Axis and Allies where you had the world map, right? And then you could have the Navy and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of those games are super fun, but they also take a long time.
Yes.
You have to have other people that are committed to play them that aren't stupid. So, I mean, I don't know about most people's friends groups, but
you only have so many people that fit that.
Yeah, there's just, like you don't have like you have smart people, you have stupid people, you have people committed and not, but they're usually not the same.
Was Risk the one where you had like the little chips stacked on them? And if you got hit, you lost the chips. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that was your armor? Or was that Axis and Allies?
That wasn't Risk, I don't think.
That wasn't Risk. Axis and Allies, you had chips, but you had like you bought bombers, right? So if you had bombers, you had 5 bombers. You'd have like a bomber token that would sit on top of like chips. I think it would sit on chips or counters.
Oh, because I couldn't remember there was the chips. And that was your damage. Like you could take so many.
Oh, this wasn't damage. It was like a counter.
Yeah, but I also played Command and Conquer.
But Stratego's like the checkers version of Risk.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just pretty simple. Like, you just set your board up, and then just, like, basically you play, like, war, like card war. Like, when they, I got a 10, you got a 2, I win. Like, it's not overly complicated. There's, like, a little bit of strategy, but it's like...
Can you play chess?
Yeah. That was pretty decent.
Matt can play. I'm not going to ask Matt can play chess. He's a fucking math nerd. All math nerds play chess.
What's really funny is, like, I used to...
Were you ever in chess club? Did they have a chess club?
I don't think so.
We didn't either.
I used to fly a lot, so I would play chess on my phone because that was back before like internet on phones. And so I played chess, and I would always be like, okay, easy, I got, medium, I got, go to fucking hard, just get waxed.
Oh yeah, did you ever play it on like Chessmaster?
Yeah, you just get freaking destroyed.
I had Chessmaster on Game Boy and got just worked.
Yeah, but it's just like it's like the top level, but like the one below it, I would feel confident. Like, okay, I'm not winning all the time, but I'm competitive or I'm winning enough. And then you go up and like, I don't even know why I'm playing.
You ever do that where you play it and then like they'll get you and you just like take the move back? You know what I mean? You'll take back their move, undo it, then you move a different move.
And they fuck you again?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not fucking losing this deal.
Undo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, some of those are real good. When I was younger, my parents got me a talking chessboard. And it would talk the worst shit.
Would it?
Like you'd move and they're like, that's a terrible move. Why would you do that?
It would say that?
Oh, yeah. It would just talk shit all the time.
The worst is like, are you sure?
Are you sure about that one? Because it was like magnetic. You'd push down where you started, then push down where you moved to. And yeah, it would just like talk shit the whole time.
That would be
Terrible.
like, how long did it take you to smash that chessboard?
Well, you could turn it off if you wanted to, but yeah. Fuck.
You got to be like, fuck you, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, I like playing, but Amber always tells me it's nerdy that I play chess.
Chess is fun.
It's fun. It's definitely something you have to play a lot.
I
To be real good at it.
I like to get my bishops free quickly. I don't like them being trapped.
Yeah, I'll try and get them out, but I also like to get my queen out early and do some work. Because she can
Go hunting.
The only problem is when you're if you're playing somebody who's okay, good, you can move your queen. But if you're like, it feels like if you're playing like the computer on hard, you better just like you don't ever want to move your queen because you're like, I'm gonna die.
As soon as you bring your queen out, they're hunting.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't even give a fuck about your king anymore. I'm taking your queen.
like the real sleepers though are the knights, dude. Like you just you roll around and you forget, like you park a
Forget that
piece
they have that
somewhere.
weird move pattern.
Yeah, you park your piece and you're like, oh, and then you're like, fuck. I usually leave my rooks in the back, kind of defend the king a little bit.
Well, you have to do your king knights
You
switch.
gotta keep that in
You have to
pocket.
castle.
Yeah.
It's castling.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the nerd term, castling. That's like the only time you can ever move 2 spaces with your king.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you couldn't have moved your king or your rook to make that
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you always have to leave that one rook on
Yeah,
the
you
king's
leave like
side.
that little pocket.
Yeah,
Do
you
you,
always have to
uh,
leave that.
Do you
So-
play the stagger game with your pawns? I always stagger my pawns. So you can get the take if you need to.
Yeah.
So someone comes in.
Yeah, I never leave a pawn. I try not to leave one out there
Yeah.
by itself.
I was like, I didn't play a lot, but I was always terrible at like understanding the need to sacrifice some pieces for like the long game. Like I
Yeah.
always wanted to keep all my pieces, but there's no way to do that.
Oh no! But my problem was I'll just like kill.
Just
I'll
kill it off
sacrifice
everyone.
everything. Yeah. I just wanted to get down to like nothing. A lot of chess games that I've had have just been like you're just like a stalemate because you have like one pawn and a king on both sides because everyone just died.
Well, I like to get a fleet of queens. Also, if you can get your pawns across, and it's just like, if you're paying somebody that's bad, it's fun to just murder everybody on theirs. Leave enough that it's not a stalemate, and then just start taking your pawns across and just have a fleet of queens.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then you just like stagger the board, so it's just like
Right.
ever's a straight line.
And they're just waiting for you to kill them. Like they can't do anything.
And they're like, they want to resign. You're like, no.
What's super impressive is when if you're did anyone watch the Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
I love it. That was a great.
was
You didn't watch that?
That was really good.
Oh, it was really good. Like she's a fucking hot mess, and she's a chess genius, so it makes it pretty entertaining. But it's like when they're like done in 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like you're 5 moves to dead, and they like call it like there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do. Like
Yeah, exactly. You're so far out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even see how that's possible, but they know that they're fucked. And they're like, all right, cool.
and like
It was
they
fine.
know they're like I'm 5 moves before I'm in checkmate. I'm like
Yeah.
but so you can't like there's nothing you can do.
Nothing. You have 5 moves. Like there's nothing you can do to get out of this. No,
Yeah.
no.
No, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm not good at thinking that far ahead. I can do 2 to 3 moves ahead. But that's where you have to get to the point where you can start forcing them. For me, I have to get to where you start forcing their moves.
Yeah.
I can't do it at the beginning of the game. Like I can't. I'm not. Like I said, I don't play it enough. Also, I don't think I played enough to be able to do that.
I probably mentioned it before, but like I flew next to a guy who was, I don't know if he was a grandmaster. He told me what his score was. I don't remember what it was, but I know he had
Grand Dragon?
in his little
Both.
briefcase. He had 3 books, and they were all chess books. And so he was like reading through one of them that was like a textbook on chess openings. It was openings. So like your first 10 moves, and he was like reading through, studying it. And so I just asked him about it and stuff, and he was kind of explaining some stuff to me, and it was wild. But yeah, he was just reading
There's a score. I thought it was win or lose.
on open. Well, yeah, somehow you get ranked depending on like who you play and tournaments you play and
Oh,
tournaments
and
you
then they
win.
have like speed chess also.
So this
Yeah.
lady on Instagram, she was like, she was at a chess. She's like a grand master or
I think
whatever.
grandmaster is
Yeah,
like the
something like that. She's like very up there. She's at a chess tournament. She goes, "Here's my opponent." And it's like
Like
10-year-old.
Yeah.
And then he puts a booster seat down, and she's like, "What is that?" He's like, "I'm short. I can't see the board." And she's like in her 30s.
Did she lose to him?
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
I saw that Magnus guy won again this year. Isn't he the guy that got in trouble a couple years ago for having the vibrating anal beads or something?
I don't
like
think
that?
it was him.
No.
That was not him. Magnus,
They were like, he won it wearing jeans. I was like,
Oh,
if that was me, I'd have won it with shorts on.
Magnus was on Rogan not all that long ago.
Is
I
he
think
an
it was when
asshole?
that guy got busted with the cheating stuff because he was asking him, he's like, "Would you cheat?" And he's like, "Oh, but you would never know." He's like, all I would need is one hint per match to like win, because he's so good. He would just need like someone to give him like one little hint or one little thing, and that would be all he would need.
But that's a weird hint because it's like all predictive. You're trying
Mm-hmm.
to predict what that person's going to do.
You're trying to predict, but you also know like there's only so many things that you can do. Like so I get, to us it probably seems like an unlimited number of moves because we don't understand
Yeah.
the long game enough. But to like a real chess player, there's probably only a finite number of moves that can be made in any given situation.
well, that's why a computer beats human every time now. Every time. Because they've ran through so many simulations, they know every single move on the board. But if you take a grandmaster with a computer, so if they can have all the information the computer has, but the strategy of a grandmaster, the grandmaster computer will win. But it's just, computers just have access to too much information, but they can't strategize. Or if you like, they've done things where they put the chessboard there and they just add one row to the side, and the fucking computer's fucking lost. Can't do a goddamn thing. Stuck. Like you could beat like.
Well, have you ever seen those multi-level chessboards?
Oh yeah.
I don't understand that either. I don't understand that.
The single plane's good enough for me.
yeah, that's hard enough. I don't need more than that bullshit.
Yeah,
We should talk that Nebraska basketball's 14-0 now.
they are. They just beat Michigan State last night by 2 points.
Yeah. And they could
interesting.
win in a lot of different ways.
And also that not a single player from the Nebraska volleyball team entered the portal.
Yep.
We lost some people, obviously, to graduation
Yeah.
and they're going on to play higher level,
Yep.
which is sad because they're probably making more in college than they're going to at the higher level.
Probably, but he's still pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which that's pretty cool.
So, did anyone watch Indiana, Alabama?
Yeah.
I didn't. I was checking the score, but I didn't watch it.
Dude, like, so I saw this thing. It was pretty funny. It's like, okay, so Indiana was the most losing program in all of college football up until 2 years ago, ever.
Did you
Historically,
see how unhappy Signetti looked even when they gave him the trophy? Then he kind of smiled.
he does not care.
No.
It's win everything or bust.
Yeah.
But someone was like, okay, so you can tell that Indiana was like the only team following all the rules because as soon as you could pay players, they're good in 2 years. like they must have just been following all the rules. Like they didn't know everyone else was paying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signetti's done a good job between the
Like
NIL
all
and
four coaches in the semifinals now were also assistant coaches to
Under Saban. Saban's coaching, like if you go back, I can't remember what year it is, 2013, 2015, 2016, something like that. Like if you look at Saban's coaching tree, it is freaking wild.
Yeah.
Like it's every coach that you know today as being an elite coach was an assistant or graduate assistant or like
Yeah, or
like
somehow tied to Saban.
like under Saban. It was nutty.
Yeah,
well, it's kind of cool. Outside of Oregon, it's cool to see 3 teams that have never been in there really, or for a long time haven't been there either way. Because you got Oregon, Ole Miss. Well, Oregon is playing Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And Ole Miss is playing Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess Miami, but Miami hasn't been
for since 2001.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to see, some teams that haven't been in there lately. Even Oregon hasn't been there for a little bit. It's been a few, 4 or 5 years, probably something like that.
Yeah.
That Ole Miss game was freaking good.
Yes.
I didn't see it, but I heard they had to they brought the stage out 3 different times. They had to they shot the confetti and they're like, nope, there's still time left.
Yeah, the Ole Miss game was good, and Ole Miss looked better than Georgia most of the game. They just were doing stupid shit, but yeah.
How about Kiffin leaves? He wants to go to LSU to win a national championship, but now Ole Miss is in the Final Four, and he got paid by LSU because Ole Miss made it to the semifinals.
I think he got paid by Ole Miss.
Well, I think LSU had to absorb all that money.
Oh,
So they had to pay him $400,000 or $500,000 because they had to take over his contract.
well, okay. This has never happened. It couldn't have happened. So this is the first time ever. But the head coach for Ole Miss has never been a head coach before. Okay, he was just promoted from the defensive coordinator, I think, to head coach. His first 2 wins of his pro or his college football coaching career are playoff wins. Tell me what, it's not even possible for that to have happened, but that's wild.
And then watch, he probably won't get hired to be the head coach.
I think he's already hired.
Oh, did they hire him permanently? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, college football is going to be a lot of moving around.
They
next
need
year.
to change the calendar. They need to change the calendar.
You mean to 2026?
They have to move the college football calendar. They need to move the season up a week. They need to get rid of some of the bye week, get rid of a bye week, have singles, and then shorten up this from the Big Ten, from the conference championship games to round 1 of the playoffs. But this whole thing needs to be done by January 1st. January 1st should be the championship game.
Yeah, but then people like having football longer.
I don't care, but you can't have the portal open on January 2nd. You can't have coaches. You can't have JMU and Tulane that all have new coaching jobs while they're coaching. You can't have Kiffin leave. Spring football should just go away. We don't need spring football. With roster turnover, it doesn't matter anyways. Start it, just be on more of an NFL calendar. Move it to summer.
Well, I've said they should let the NFL run it like a D league anyway and actually have some structure to the whole league.
Yeah,
College football's a fucking mess.
But it's just, there should not all be all this. We should not have 4 teams still playing football and transfer portal open. And coaches should not have been able to be hired. None of this stuff should be able to have happened.
That should happen during the season, so you're losing coaches, losing players.
Well, they're talking Ole Miss because Kiffin took the offensive coordinator and some other people off the staff that are already signed with LSU.
Well, how about Iowa State? Didn't they lose 12 players?
Yeah, that's normal. I think we lost 40 last year or something stupid.
But I mean, yeah, because did 2 of them not play in the bowl game then, or they?
A lot of but they don't know who's going to coach Ole Miss next week. They don't know the assistants because they don't know if they're going to have to go to LSU or not. Because Charlie Weiss Jr., who's the offensive coordinator for Ole Miss, left to go to LSU because of the transfer portal while they're still preparing to play Miami next Thursday. This is wrong. When they say they care about the kids, they don't give a flying fuck. They care about money.
Well, the one that bothers me is the players sitting out.
We talked about. I think Emmett Johnson, you're at the game. You should have just played.
No.
One more game.
No, absolutely not.
100% he should have played. He's not going to do anything.
100%. You should not have paid.
He should have played.
Should not have played.
Then don't go to the game.
Okay.
But he should have played.
No.
It's still the season.
Not really.
You just said they don't care about the teams. You don't care about the fucking team. He should have fucking played.
I care about the players.
Why? He's not going to do anything in the NFL anyway. That dude will get maybe 1 year. He's too small. He's not going to make it in the NFL as a superstar.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to tell me that I'm wrong? I beat you every year on a Nebraska bet, and you're going to tell me I'm fucking wrong on this deal.
When it's not Nebraska, I outpicked you on every fucking week. Okay? Because I just have a blind spot towards Nebraska, but I understand football.
And Emmett Johnson.
Yes, I understand Emmett Johnson. I know.
Why didn't he win the Heisman?
He wasn't good enough. He wasn't the best player in football.
Fernando Kid's pretty good.
He wasn't the best player in football, but he was Big Ten.
You think he's going to be an NFL superstar?
Irrelevant to my point.
No. The point is the season is still 1 more game is going to make a difference. Why do you play the whole season then? Why do you choose to not play one more
there's
game?
no worth to a risk of injury.
So you're okay watching your team get fucking steamrolled because you
Yes.
chose not to play out of selfishness.
100%.
Then don't play the whole fucking season then. Just sit out and go.
Well, then you can't get drafted.
Why? He could have gone after his junior year.
He wasn't good enough, and it is his junior year. This is his junior year.
Either way.
No, he said like if the game is pointless, which here's the thing, I don't think bowl games should be played.
Well,
Because
after
they're pointless.
After they lost how many games, the rest of the season was pointless. So
Yeah.
why didn't he sit out the rest of the season?
It's got to finish the season out. But bowl games I don't count as the season. They're not a normal game.
It goes on their record.
Okay, it doesn't really count. Like it doesn't mean anything. It's not conference play. It doesn't like it doesn't get you anywhere. Why would you, if you're going to be a top 3 third round pick, probably third or fourth round pick, risk injury for a game that's pointless? I wouldn't do it.
What about the last 3 games of the season?
What about do you want Dak playing fucking preseason game number 4? No,
I think they should play. I don't.
What if the Cowboys were clinched first round bye in the NFC, and there's the week 18 game? You want Dak playing? Fuck no, you don't.
Yes, I think when
No.
players sit out, that's
Then
fucking garbage. You're getting paid to play.
No, you're getting paid to win the championship.
You're getting paid to play. You get a weekly paycheck.
I no. If you're clinched and you can't do anything, sit.
You're getting
Wait for the
paid-
playoffs.
You get paid to play.
Okay. I'm also just not dumb, and I don't want my quarterback getting injured for no reason.
So if you had a business that ran a sales commission,
Yeah.
like let's say your guy that works at the shop only runs commission. He's like, well, I've already made my commission for the year. It's November. I'm not going to show up for the rest of the year to work for you because I've already made what I want to make.
That's
any
a
different.
straw man argument that doesn't hold up.
Why?
Because
He's already
there's
made
no
the amount of money he wants to make.
There's no championship. So if
But your
Dak,
championship is that you would like him to finish the year and keep making money for you. So
right,
your numbers
so he
are
needs
high.
to do it.
But he doesn't. He's already made his
Well,
money.
I can fire him.
Okay.
So fire him. But if Dak or whoever, if Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, if you're already wrapped up for your season and there's one more game left, you sit your starters. There's no worth to risking injury, 0, for a game that doesn't matter. 0. Emmett Johnson, there's no point in risking injury because he could end his career on any run. Any run, ACL gone. His career's done. You know you're going to be a 3rd or 4th round draft pick. No, you sit. You sit. Period.
What if it was for? What if they were in the playoffs?
Then you play.
Why?
Because you're playing to win the game. You're playing for a championship. It means something.
Yeah, but he only cares about himself anyway at that point. Why? He doesn't care about the team.
He does care about Evan. That is a stretch.
I think I am torn because I don't know what the right way is because I agree you don't want to risk injury because you're potentially going to make money downstream. On the other hand, you have played all these games with the team, and the reason the team got to the bowl game, which presumably the team wants to win the bowl game, is because you played.
Well, okay. The 2 tackles for Utah, their 2 starting tackles, are both going to be 1st round picks.
Right. Same situation.
Neither one of them played.
Agreed.
I'm not saying they're wrong, or I'm not saying they're right either.
There is 0. The bowl games are pointless.
They might be pointless to him.
They're
But how about
pointless
the-
to
how about-
everybody.
But how about the people that aren't going to go on to play more? How about you play some loyalty to your fucking teammates? The same thing I just told you. If you're a guy that's a sales guy is like, well, I've made my money. I don't really give a fuck about you or your business. I've made my money.
Then I would fire him.
But why? He's already
Because
made his money. He doesn't
I
care.
That's fine. I do.
Okay.
But that's
So
there's still,
you're proving my point. His
No.
teammates probably care to win. Do you think Heinrich Haarberg wanted to go out on a steamroll like that? Harburg's probably not going to play in the NFL.
Okay.
So how about some loyalty to your fucking teammates? So like you said they don't care about the players. You don't care about the players.
You and I had this thing, we already talked about this. I love how player loyalty becomes a thing, but cutting a player is just a business move. If they're not holding up their end of the bargain, then it's okay for the team to cut them for the Nebraska not to re-sign them as a scholarship for whoever is fine if the player sucks. But if the player doesn't suck, then team loyalty. Like no. Like it doesn't go both ways.
It never has gone both ways.
It never has.
So yeah.
It's always been loyal to the team, never loyalty to a player. No one's ever loyal to a player.
Did Emmett Johnson get NIL money to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got paid.
When you say loyalty to the player, like what's your...
If Emmett Johnson sucked and we cut him, and we said no scholarship, all Nebraska was like, yeah, he sucks. Every fan's like, yeah, he sucks, get rid of him. He didn't hold up Raiola. He sucks, get rid of him. Oh, where's your loyalty to the player? You said you wanted this player for 4 years. Where's your loyalty to the player? No one's loyal to players. So I expect zero loyalty out of the from a player to a team, unless it goes both ways. And I think Emmett Johnson proved that he was loyal to the team. Sitting out one meaningless game is fine. I'm sure Mosey didn't care. I'm sure Mekhi Nelson didn't care. They got to play, show that maybe they can do something next year.
Yeah, but just because it was meaningless to him doesn't mean it was meaningless to his teammates, is what I'm saying.
It's a team game, I bet you if you ask his teammates that they'll be like, yeah, he shouldn't have played. It's a fucking Las Vegas Bowl.
Then why didn't he even play? Why didn't they just back out like Notre Dame did?
They shouldn't play.
But
bowl games are stupid.
Yeah, but then I've said that forever. But everybody's like, well, they get extra practice. They get money for the bowl game.
Fine, great. Take your extra practice. I don't really give a shit. But I'm not going to hold Emmett Johnson. And
I'm not talking about Emmett Johnson. I think anybody who doesn't
I don't think Emmett Johnson should have come back. Everyone was like, oh, I want him back. No, go. Leave. Move on. You get one shot at this. You're a fucking running back. You get one shot. And at any point in time, any of those players are done. One play. They're one play away from never playing again. Every single one of them.
He has been that way for the last 3 seasons.
There's no point in playing a worthless fucking game that means nothing.
Did he play in the bowl game last year?
Yeah.
Why? The Pinstripe Bowl is not any less worthless.
Because he still had something to prove. He's proven. He's done. He has his draft ranking.
What's your thoughts, man? I think there's no loyalty in it.
Yeah, there isn't. There's zero loyalty both ways. There's zero team loyalty to players.
But he's also an employee. Did he take NIL money to pay? He got paid to play for Nebraska.
For his regular season, they split him up. And when he sits out, just to let you know, he doesn't get paid anymore. When he said he's not going to play and he declared, he gets no more money from the university. It stops. Anyone who sat out the bowl game doesn't get paid for it. So they're not an employee. He's not an employee anymore. His employment was terminated. He quit. We can say employees can quit still, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. He quit. He quit because he got an opportunity for a better job. As in employment, people do it all the time. He didn't want to finish out because he was done and he was waiting for his new employer to hire him.
Oh, did he pay for his flight and he didn't travel with the team on the way to Vegas?
He actually did pay for his own flight out of his own money. He was in Florida and flew on his own dime to Vegas just to be with the team and went back to Florida to continue training.
Oh, he showed you his tickets that he bought or what?
They reported it during the game. Did you watch?
No, I was here working.
Well, I mean, thank God for Nebraska. Nebraska did do me a favor this year. The last 3 games, I have spent maybe 22 minutes of game time watching, and I turned it off. Like, I got way more shit done because I knew how this was going to go. Like, I didn't have to watch very much. I didn't make it past halftime in any of the games.
Why?
Because I've seen this before, and I just have no loyalty, apparently.
Well, you already know that. You're probably got to pick a new pro team soon here because the Chiefs are fucking on the downhill run.
No, I'm good.
You think they're going to be better next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just one draft away.
I thought you were a Mahomes fan, not necessarily.
I'm a Mahomes fan, but he's still there.
Yeah. So if Mahomes leaves, though, like if something happens and he's like,
Then I probably won't be a Chiefs fan.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right. Well, see how that went.
I was a Michael Vick fan, too. I was still a Michael Vick fan even after all his bullshit. When he came back and played for the Eagles, I was like, fuck yeah, Vick's back.
See where Tanner stands on life, so.
I love I just love the loyalty talk. Fans are completely fine with their team owner, college cutting someone who's just not good enough. And I see fucking message boards. He sucks. Like, he's fucking terrible. Our offensive line's garbage. Fucking so-and-so can't block anybody. Fucking leave. They go in the transfer portal. Good riddance. You sucked anyways. And then one player leaves. He's not loyal. Yo, where the fuck has it been? It only goes one way? Like, we only want loyalty from players that are good when they're good for us.
Like I said, it's just like a business. You're going to cut somebody that underperforms in a business. You'll always get rid of somebody who underperforms. You'll take care of the people.
I'm Emmett Johnson.
Hold on. You'll take care of the people that you're paying to be there. You pay them well to work at your business. They've been paying Emmett Johnson the whole year. You didn't put your fucking hand down. They paid Emmett Johnson the whole year to play, and then he fucking bails on them.
You know what? There's also... when you're an employee and your company underperforms year in and year out and they're not doing you any fucking favors, there are also time to quit. Emmett Johnson did more for Nebraska than Nebraska did for Emmett Johnson.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. What would Nebraska have been this year without Emmett Johnson? Fucking nothing.
So no one scored any other points this whole year.
I mean, I think Emmett Johnson had fucking 1,800 yards of offense.
I don't care about his yards. You can score on 2 yards.
Emmett Johnson.
How many points did Emmett Johnson score this year?
Outperformed Nebraska.
Ask ChatGPT how many fucking... I don't care about yards, dude. There's all kinds of yards that nobody
Nebraska.
scores.
Emmett Johnson's performance was better than Nebraska's performance. Emmett Johnson won Big Ten running back of the year, was All-American. Nebraska was 7-5. 7-6 when we count the pointless fucking Las Vegas Bowl. So Nebraska didn't hold up their end. They were not a good employer.
Well, they were. They paid him.
That's fine. There's more payment. They didn't give him. There's no opportunity for Emmett Johnson to advance because Nebraska won't.
What do you mean? He is advancing. He's going to the NFL now.
Yeah, he has his grade. He did it on his own. There's nothing that he was going to do at the Las Vegas Bowl that was going to change that. And Nebraska couldn't do anything besides the Las Vegas Bowl. Nebraska couldn't make him better because they decided to suck and be at the Las Vegas Bowl.
Emmett Johnson had 15 of Nebraska's 43 touchdowns.
So
over a third of their offense by one person.
But that's still a lot of touchdowns scored by other people.
That's not a lot of touchdowns
Hunter
scored,
had
period.
5, Key had 5, Barney had 4, Latif had 3.
So he's like better than the next
2
three
and 1.
best players combined for touchdowns?
Yeah.
Quick math.
You were talking about a single running back versus a fleet of receivers.
Yeah, and he was better than the 3. He scored more than the next 3 receivers combined.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if we had one receiver, he would have scored. You get what I'm saying? You have one running back running. You have fucking 3 to 4 receivers on the field at all times.
And he was better than 3 of them combined.
I'm just saying touchdowns get spread out between receivers. Usually a running back has more touchdowns.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying Emmett Johnson didn't play well. But to say that Nebraska did nothing for him, and you were fucking blowing Nebraska all season, and now you're going to shit on him? Are you fucking kidding me?
They sucked.
You said they were going to go fucking 10-2.
And they didn't.
And
they
now you're going to shit on. You're the most.
They underperformed.
Get out of here. Even halfway through the season, you're like, dude, we're going to win out. You heard all this too.
Yes, 100%.
Dude, you're so all over the fucking place. Whatever, dude.
Season's over.
Fucking. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.